Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Thursday, May the 22nd. We got Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals on Thursday night, Thunder and Timberwolves. We're going to talk through some player props I do like for this game, taking a first look at the board on Wednesday night, recording this video the night before, and I've got two early plays that I do like for this game that we're going to break down and talk about in this video. Now, before we do get started, guys, make sure to hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, be sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you guys do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. So this is an easy way to get that bankroll built up on Prizepicks. You don't have to deposit a bunch of money. You can sign up, deposit the minimum, and you'll still get those $50 worth of worth of promo funds when you play your first $5 lineup. So check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. Use that code NOAH when you do sign up. And then also, I do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You guys can download the Sleeper app. Use promo code NOAH over there, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So whatever you put in, on your first deposit, they'll match that up to 100. You put in 50, they'll give you an additional 50. You put in 100, they'll give you an additional 100. But this is another way to get your bankroll started to, start to build it up over on Sleeper. Use those extra funds that they give you, and hopefully to win some money. And one thing I will say about Sleeper that I think definitely makes them one of the better DFS apps is that they do a bunch of promotions and a bunch of discounts throughout the week. They're always doing discounts on player props, payout boosts, multiplier boost, protected plays, bunch of stuff that they do all throughout the week in terms of when it comes to promotions and discounts. And those are available for new users and existing users. It's available for everyone. But if you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, I do recommend giving them a try. And again, use that promo code NOAH if you have not signed up for Sleeper yet. But we got two player props, guys, to talk about for this game on Thursday night. Now, I want to recap our plays from Wednesday's video before we go over today's plays. So we gave out two picks Wednesday for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Went 2-0 on our two plays. So hopefully you guys did tail. Took Karl-Anthony Towns over 41 fantasy score. Cat had a really big game. Had like 30 points. I think he had a double-double, 30 points, double-double. Had a couple of assists. I think he had a block too. Finished with like 50-something fantasy points. And then we took Tyrese Halliburton over 39.5 fantasy score, which also cashed relatively sweat-free. Halliburton had a really big game. I mean, what a crazy game that was Wednesday night. The game just ended like as I'm recording this video, and I can't believe the game that I just watched. Probably by far the best game we've had all playoffs. So that was a fun game. Hopefully we get a good game like that on Thursday here. But we went 2-0 on our two plays on Wednesday, guys. Let's see if we can get another 2-0 sweep here on these two plays for Thursday. So looking at Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, looking at some props I like for this game. First prop that we're going to talk about is going to be a field goals made prop. And we're going to take Anthony Edwards for more than 8 field goals made. So Anthony Edwards did go under this line in Game 1. Had 5 field goals made. Was not a great game for Anthony Edwards from his standards. In that game, he only scored, I think, 18 points. Shot 5 for 13, so did not shoot the ball well. Shot 3 for 8 from 3. But so far this postseason, Edwards has consistently been able to go over this line. He has pushed or gone over this line in 8 out of 11 games in the playoffs so far. And if you look at the games where he went under, the games he went under was mostly just due to poor shooting. He shot 6 for 13, 5 for 13, and 5 for 19 in the 3 games where he went under this line. Now, I will say that it makes sense to see Edwards have a lower projection for this series because this is obviously a very tough matchup. OKC, by far one of, if not the best defensive team in the league. This is definitely not a good matchup for Anthony Edwards. But at this point in the season, with it being the conference finals, it's really hard to find guys with good matchups because, these are some of the best teams in the league that are left. All these teams, for the most part, are good defensively. So even though it is kind of a tougher matchup here for Anthony Edwards, we know we're going to get the usage. We're going to get the volume from Anthony Edwards. His efficiency, it's definitely going to be spotty, in this series. I think he will probably have some poor shooting games. But we've also seen Anthony Edwards be able to do well even in tough matchups, even against, guys like Lou Dort who defend really well, Alex Caruso, all those guys. Edwards has shown an ability to still put up good games in tough matchups. And what I really like to bet on is the volume. We know we're going to get the volume for the most part. I mean, you look at his field goal attempts for this game. He's got a field goal attempts line of 19.5. I think if Edwards goes over 19.5 field goal attempts, it's pretty likely he goes over 8 field goals made unless he just shoots the ball terribly, which could happen. But I think I like this field goals made line a little bit better on Edwards than I do his attempts. You could look at his attempts as well, but I do expect Edwards to have a better shooting game here. So far this postseason, he has typically bounced back after having like poor performances. Like you look at the playoffs so far, so like game 5 against the Lakers, he wasn't great, but then he did have a good game 1 against Golden State. He had 9 field goals made, but like game 2 against Golden State was pretty poor. 20 points, only 6 field goals made, but then he bounced back in game 3 with 36 points and 13 field goals made. But he's done a pretty good job, this postseason of bouncing back after poor performances. Last game, Edwards did play 37 minutes. His minutes are going to be through the roof here. He did lose some minutes for blowout last game. Probably would have played 40 minutes if the game was competitive. I think if this game's competitive, we're getting probably 40 minutes from Anthony Edwards. I mean, you don't want to go down 0-2 to start the series. Obviously, it's not the end of the world if you go down 0-2, but you definitely, if you're Minnesota, you want to try and steal a game in OKC if you can. So I think we're going to see some really big minutes here for Anthony Edwards. I expect him to continue to be aggressive. So far this postseason, he's leading the team in usage. Not really surprising. I know the matchup may not be the best here against OKC, but you give me 40 minutes of Anthony Edwards, you give me close to 20 shot attempts, I think we got a pretty good chance of getting 8 field goals made. Just need him to have a decent shooting game. He doesn't have to have a super efficient game. Just needs to shoot like 40% from the field or better, which, like I said, more times than not, I would think he does. So I do like that as our first prop for today. And then the other prop that I like is a 3-point combos prop. So on Prizepicks, you can take like 2 players to combine to go over or under a certain projection. And the one that I'm liking here is Dante DiVincenzo and Lou Dort to combine for more than 4 3-pointers made. So in game 1, we did see Dante DiVincenzo have 3 3-pointers made in that game. Lou Dort had 1 3-pointer made. But if you look at the volume, so in game 1, DiVincenzo played 30 minutes, shot 3 for 12 from 3. So he did not have a very good game from 3 from a shooting efficiency standpoint, but he got up a ton of volume, 12 3-point attempts. And then Lou Dort, on the other hand, did not get up a lot of volume, only 3 3-point attempts. He did go 1 for 3. But so far this playoffs, both of these guys have been guys that are looking to shoot threes. I mean, you look at DiVincenzo, he is a player that when he's on the floor, he's mainly out there for defense and for 3-point shooting. You look at his game log so far in the playoffs, a large majority of his shot attempts are 3-point attempts. Last game against OKC, he had 14 shot attempts. 12 of those 14 shots were 3-pointers. You look at Lou Dort. Lou Dort had 4 shot attempts last game. 3 of those 4 shot attempts were 3-pointers. And really the whole postseason, it's been that way for Lou Dort. He's another guy that when he's on the, from the offensive standpoint, obviously Lou Dort does not provide a ton of offensive game, but he will get left open from 3. He will shoot threes when he's open, and that's what he does when he's for offense. Like you look last game, 4 shot attempts, 3 of those were threes. Against Denver in Game 7, he had 7 shot attempts, 5 of those were threes. In Game 6 against Denver, 9 shot attempts, 7 of those were threes. Game 5 against Denver, he had 8 shot attempts. All 8 of those shot attempts were from 3. Same thing in Game 4 versus Denver, 10 shot attempts. All 10 of those shot attempts were from 3. So, like, these are 2 guys that when they're on the floor, they're going to shoot threes. And I was looking at some sportsbook odds. DiVincenzo right now, his 3-pointers made prop is set at 2.5. It's slightly juiced towards the under at 2.5. And then Lou Dort, on the other hand, his 3-point attempts or his 3-pointers made line on sportsbooks is set at 1.5, but it's pretty heavily juiced towards the over at 1.5. But I think we're probably going to see these 2 guys combine for probably 10 to 15 3-point attempts, from the 2 of them combined. And I feel pretty good about them making at least 4. I mean, last game, DiVincenzo shot the ball terribly from 3, still had 3 threes made, and then, Lou Dort just didn't get up a lot of volume. But this postseason, Dort's actually been getting up a good amount of threes just because teams have been leaving him open. Teams know that Lou Dort is not an offensive threat, so they're not going to really focus a ton of their defense on him. He just kind of stands in the corner, but when he gets the ball passed to him and when he's open, he will shoot threes, and he does. He's a decent 3-point shooter. Like, he's not the worst 3-point shooter in the world. So I know last game he shot 1 for 3. I think this postseason, he's shooting like, I want to say he's shooting a relatively normal amount from 3. I'm going to take a look at that real quick though, in terms of his efficiency. So this postseason, Lou Dort, he's only shooting 28% from 3, which is definitely down because I want to say in the regular season, he shot way better from 3. Let me take a look at that. So in the regular season, Dort shot 41% from 3 in the regular season. So his three-point efficiency has actually been way down in the playoffs, which is kind of surprising because you look at his three-pointers, like every three-point attempt he takes is wide open. You would think he'd be making a lot more than he does. But he's not going to get much more open than he does because teams are not really covering him at all. So Dort's going to have plenty of open threes. Same for Dante DiVincenzo. OKC, they were a big catch-and-shoot funnel. This is something we talked about in our last video. We took a Naz Reid prop. We saw Naz Reid get up 7 3-point attempts last game. He shot the ball terribly from 3, 0 for 7. But Naz Reid's a big catch-and-shoot guy. He takes a lot of catch-and-shoot threes. Got up 7 3-point attempts last game. Same for Dante DiVincenzo. He's a big catch-and-shoot guy. Takes a lot of catch-and-shoot threes. And OKC, they like to pack the paint. When they pack the paint, that leaves shooters open. So you see a lot of shooters take catch-and-shoot threes against OKC. Hence why Dante DiVincenzo had 12 3-point attempts last game. So I do like these two guys to combine for more than 4 3-pointers made. And that's what we're going to take as our 2 props for today, guys, for Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Anthony Edwards, we're going to take for more than 8 field goals made. And then we're going to take a combo prop of Dante DiVincenzo and Lou Dort to combine for more than 4 3-pointers made. So we got 2 plays here for Thursday night. Let's see if we can keep this little heater going. We went 2-0 on our 2 plays Wednesday. Let's try and go 2-0 on these 2 plays for Thursday. Again, guys, I appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. Appreciate your support as always. Make sure that you hit that like button down below if you enjoy these videos. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have a Prizepicks account, sign up. Use that promo code NOAH. When you guys do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, play your first $5 lineup, you're going to get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. So this is an easy way to get that bankroll built up on Prizepicks. Use that code NOAH when you do sign up. But good luck tonight, guys. Let's win some money on this slate, and I will see you guys in the next video.